Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we got something that's totally awesome, totally epic. I'm really looking forward to it. You've been looking forward to it for
2 years?
She decided that she wants a fireplace in our bedroom, and I said, let's do a video. So what we gotta do right now is we have to run over to Lowe's to get all the supplies that we don't already have. All right, not sure how long this video is gonna be, but I'm pretty excited about it.
Me too.
All right, here we go. All right guys, let's take a stopping point right here, and I'm gonna show you what I was doing and why I made some of the marks that I did on the wall. I needed to find the center point, but down low to where I was gonna cut off this quarter round and baseboard. That way I can know exactly where the hearth that I'm gonna make is gonna go. I want it to be exactly centered between the two windows, so I did some weird calculation measurements and whatnot, so here we go. All right, I took a stick, pretty simple, and I put a line straight down to right here. I did the same thing on the other side. That way I knew down low where the window was. That's kind of my fake window down there. And then I measured the whole thing across from window to window, and it ended up being about 77 7/8 inches. Cut that in half, and it was 38.932. So I kind of went a little bit shy of 40 inches and said, you know what, this is close enough for my halfway point between the two windows. Then I went ahead and measured out from there, from that direction in each way, the halfway point of the hearth. It should slide right in and I can connect it to the wall. Now what we're gonna do is let's go ahead and build the hearth. I'm gonna do this inside my house. I got a vacuum cleaner, so hopefully that collects most of the dust. And I got all of our bedspreads and all that stuff out of the room, so hopefully it would be very minimal dust. So let's go ahead and cut the pieces that I already have measured out. I need 177, a 74 inch, and that should make a perfect box. So, all right, let's go ahead and build this hearth and get that installed. So now we should slide right into spot here. Perfect. There it is.
The hearth.
That's the hearth. So now what I'm going to do is cut out that top board and that'll go on next, and that'll just sit right over top. So now what I'm gonna do at this point is I'm going to attach it to the wall directly into the baseboard. I should be able to go at a couple angles, and then once it's in permanently, I'm gonna replace the screws that I did in the front with lag bolts that we bought. Those are actually gonna be more decorative up at the front, so those will replace those screws eventually. Those are just temporary, so these will go ahead and fix that up. So now let's go ahead and attach it to the wall. All right, so now I think that I don't need to, I just kind of figured something out. I'm not gonna need to screw the front of the hearth down to the ground, because once I actually get the fireplace put in and attached to the back wall, I will be able to attach it to the base from the inside, and that'll put the downward pressure. So there's no need to screw the front of it. So if by chance, for whatever reason, we had to take this up, floor underneath won't be ruined. They'll just have to replace the actual trim and be done. There will be no damage to the actual floor. So I think that'll be good. We don't have to screw anything down to the floor. So now the next thing I'm gonna do is the base, and then the hearth will pretty much be done, and we'll come back later and slide some paper underneath and stain it at a different time. That's what we're gonna do with the hearth. So yeah, we should be good. Let's go ahead and get this base poured done. All right, everybody, so we went ahead and we got the hearth part of this done completely. The only thing that we'll have to do is stain it, which we can do at another time. What I want to finish now is the fireplace framing. It shouldn't be too difficult. It's a 2x6. I'm going to do a 34.5 inch and a 34.5 inch with a 60-inch top. And what that's going to do is it's going to give me exactly 36 inches to the very top of the mantle base. Add a little bit onto that. That's gonna give me about 36.5 inches at the very top of the mantle, because I only use a little half-inch piece on the top, which is gonna be awesome. Everything is down. I didn't have to do a whole lot of nails into the hearth itself. I only put 2 over here on the ends, 1, 2, and then most of them are around the back and the middle just to hold it down. Once that glue dries, that little bead of glue dries that I put down there, we should be good. After we get it all stained, this is a lighter color stain. This is gonna be like an early American color. I'll take those 8 screws out. I'll replace them with these lag bolts. That way it looks a little bit more fancy in the front. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark where my studs are. And that helps me as I add things. I literally just draw straight lines on the wall where the studs are, and that helps substantially in the process. Let's go ahead and draw these stud lines and find out where those studs are. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but I think that's going to help. Again, you don't see this at all, and even if you did, you can paint over it, but you don't. It just makes life a lot easier. Now I have a skeletal view again of what I'm working with. So, all right, next thing we're going to do is now I'm going to go ahead and cut my 34-inch piece studs and 60-inch piece stud. That way I can connect and start framing out and getting ready for my for the fireplace. So let's go ahead and get that done. So the last thing I did was I went downstairs and I drilled some pocket holes into these upright supports that are going to go right here. I made a little mark on this top point and this top point here and this bottom point and this bottom point here. That way when I put them back together, just something like this, I'll know exactly. So now they're lined up just like that. And what I'm going to do is just put a pocket hole in there. That way when I put the fireplace back in, it'll just slide right back into that point. I have enough wood facing here and here for the shiplap that'll go up this way. And I should have enough facings to put this as well. And then there's gonna be enough facing of this where when I do my shiplap this direction, it'll overlap here. All right, let's go ahead and get this put back together. Guys, what is going on? All right, so it has been a couple days now. Actually, it's been 2 days and we got the frame all finished out with the fireplace. We got the fireplace mounted into place. It'll actually come out because we got to do the shiplap, but we got it mounted just to see how it looks, and I think it's going to be perfect right where it sits. I will say this, I made one error that hopefully we're going to fix today. If you look right here and anywhere over here, there's nowhere for me to mount a TV with power. And I got to thinking after I got this whole thing done, I said, oh my God, where am I gonna plug in the TV at? I don't want a cord coming all the way down and doing all that. So I came up with this solution the other day, right after we actually finished getting this in. I went straight to Amazon and I found this kit right here, which hopefully is gonna be the answer to the test. This is a cable organizer kit with a power solution. Technically, right here on the wall, we are going to mount one of these boxes. It's going to look like this. It's going to have the power cable, and behind the wall to this point right here is going to be this little box, and that actually plugs into an extension cord, a 6-foot extension cord. So this goes up there. This will go down here, then the 6-foot extension cord will run down into that outlet. That way I can have a spot to plug in the TV, and that will power the TV safely without having any wires showing. So what we're gonna do now is, I also at the same time, I actually purchased this wall mount TV mount. It's actually a swivel out. That way we can pull it out and turn it right there. But we're not gonna put this on until after the shiplap. This goes on top of the shiplap, And then what I do is we're gonna mount this box a little bit high. I'm thinking somewhere about right up here, just below the ceiling, because we are gonna actually put on this wall, we're gonna put a 50-inch TV. We kind of went with a 50-inch. It's going to be big. It'll make a point. You know, it's going to be kind of cool. So we're going to go with a 50-inch TV above the fireplace. So what we're going to do right now is let's go ahead and see if I can get this put in. The only thing I'm concerned about is I might have to take out this center piece, slide it out, unscrew it from the four sides, slide it out, and then go ahead and put it back in after I do that, because that's really, really tight to get what I need to cut a hole and to mount the box and to run the wire. So I have a feeling I got to take this out. So let's go ahead and get this installed right here. I can't wait to do it. What I'll do is I will put a link in the description below as well to the extender. So if you ever decide to mount a TV somewhere, you can go ahead and put this up with the TV that doesn't have power. This might be a good solution for you. So we're going to go ahead and get that done. Let's get this installed. So what we're going to do now is we're going to test it. So this is the actual power. This is where the TV is going to plug in. And this is the extension cord. It's a 6-foot extension cord that it came with. So we're going to try it out, see how it works. We're just going to plug it in here. And now this goes here. So now we should have power supplied to that outlet up there. And let's go ahead and just test it out with something. This should work. We have power. We have power to the top up here. So now right across this point is where we're going to mount the TV. I'm going to do the shiplap next, get all the shiplap installed and installed, and then put on the TV mount. And then that way, now we have a place to plug in our TV. Awesome. Again, I'll put a link in the description below if you're interested in this, because this is the best way to resolve not having power for a TV somewhere if you're deciding to mount, or anything else. If you need power up high, this is a great kit, and it only costs like 40 bucks. So awesome deal. right, guys, so I've pretty much got everything done as far as I can get. I was only able to get 4 shiplaps up, and I'm short. I think it was 4 pieces, so I need to go get 4 more. I thought it was gonna be short 3, but I forgot there's a little sliver at the top. So I'm gonna go get 4 more pieces of that shiplap, get that stained. I'll cut all that downstairs, get it all pre-cut, because it's not really much different, just 61.5 inches. Cut them all to the same length, use a stopper, get that done. But what I want to do right now is I want to get the fireplace installed. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. I got to get it plugged in first, then we'll slide it in, screw it in with the 6 screws that I brought, and then we're going to be done with this part. So let's go ahead and get this. Pretty excited. Let's get this thing installed in. So, all right. So that is it. This is the fireplace. I got it in. It fit perfectly. I might actually get some lag bolts, some little small lag bolts to match when I do this front part. But yeah, the fireplace is in. It's not going anywhere. There's actually a little tiny lip right up here that has air circulation, which I did not plan for at all. But I really like that idea because there's some, you know, any heat back there will kind of come out back from that back point, even though it doesn't get really hot behind the actual fireplace. So all I got to do right now is go get 4 more pieces of shiplap, get a new mantle, redo that, and then yeah, this project will be done. So stay tuned for the final reveal, and when we come back, we're going to be all set. So stay tuned. All right, everybody, so we are done. We are done with the project, completed, except for one thing right here. This is the mantle, the last mantle that we made. It was a little too small. I wasn't compensating for the shiplap that we were putting onto the fireplace, so I made it a little bit too short. So we went out and we bought another piece of whiteboard. I cut it down. It was actually the perfect width. I didn't even have to cut anything this way. I just cut it to 66 inches tall. So about as tall as you, right there. The only thing we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here to the fireplace. We did one more thing that you're gonna see on this fireplace that we didn't really even talk about. We just went ahead and did it because we wanted it done. So without further ado, I'm gonna turn the camera around. I'm gonna let you do the final job. How about that? You ready for it?
I think I can do it.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're actually just, so you know, we're just gonna put a little bit of glue that's gonna hold this mantle down. We're not gonna nail it, we're not gonna screw it in or anything like that. We don't wanna see any nails from the top side. So we're just gonna do a little bit of wood glue, and that'll do the perfect job for holding this down flat. We already stained it, it's pre-stained, it's gonna fit right in, so I'm just ready to do it. Let's do this, this is it, this project is done, let's go. There it is. All right. This is the fireplace. Look at the TV. We got a TV installed. So coming over here, go ahead, I'll let you do it. We're just putting a little bit of bead glue on this because this is about level with this spot right here. We're just gonna do a couple, just little dots. I mean, just enough to hold it down if need be. Go ahead, and then right there. That should be good. That should be good. So we got the air conditioning blowing. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so we put this glue down, and the final thing, let's set it in. And it should put as much back as you can, and it should slide right in and down. That's it.
Make sure that it's...
Yep, I think you gotta go your way just a little bit maybe. How's that?
Yeah.
Perfect. There it is. It is complete. You saw the final piece get installed. You can see it right there. It is good to go. Awesome. Nice and...
I think you need to go just a little bit.
Okay.
Look back here.
Yeah. And even if it doesn't stick perfect, like, you know what I'm saying? But I think like this will hold it. Worst case scenario, if we ever needed to take this.
Got that underneath it.
Yeah, if we ever needed to take this mantle off or anything like that, we could do so. We should be good. So what do you think?
I love it.
It is awesome.
Now I get to decorate it.
Now you get to decorate it. The other thing that we did off camera right here is, this is what I was talking about. We put in these lag bolts down at the very bottom, and it's just for like decoration. They look a lot better than the screws, so we went ahead and put the decorated lag bolts. I took the screws out and then we added those in. So yeah, it should be good to go. Man, how awesome is that?
I love it.
So we went ahead and actually got, this is a 50-inch TV. We purchased this from Walmart. It was super, super inexpensive. It actually was $298. The cheapest TV we could find. We wanted to find the very least expensive TV that we could find. We didn't want anything crazy. We wanted a Roku TV. There's no wires. And that plug that I put in over here works out perfect. Let's see if I can put it up. There, plugged into the wall. So that is it. That is it. What are you doing, Aqualife? Oh, you're doing a screensaver?
Fish tank.
Fish tank screensaver? Well, why don't we just get a real fish tank? All right, guys, that is it. Fireplace is complete. Let's turn around. Let's turn around the camera. Talk for a quick second, okay? All right, so really quick, let's talk about price on this thing. I don't think it really cost a whole lot of money. We really didn't spend a lot of money. I figured that we bought, I think it was, the magic number was 13 pieces of shiplap, and that was probably the most expensive part, minus the TV. That was the most expensive part of this whole project. The shiplap board, 12 times 12 is 144, so maybe $160, something like that in shiplap. We spent, I think that board right there was maybe $12, so $180 maybe. Probably all together with the base and the 2x6s, I'm going to guesstimate that we spent about $225 to $250. Let's just say $250. $250
Just in wood?
Just in wood. Okay. $250 in wood. Now, we did not buy the 2x4s. Nope. So if we shoot high, we got those for free.
Curb alert.
That was a curb alert. So if you purchase those, I still think that you could do all of the wood for this project for under $250. If you look, you can find these fireplaces on Amazon for roughly, I think, $150 to maybe $200. So let's just say
Marketplace.
Let's just say 200. Marketplace is the best place to go. So let's just say $200. That's $450. Stain, 20 bucks. $470. We're at. Brushes, lag bolts. Now, we did have power tools, stuff like that, so that's not included. Hopefully you have all that stuff. If not, you could do this without power tools, but it would probably be a little bit more elbow grease, a little bit more, muscle. But I think this project you can easily do without the TV for under $500. Yep. So, yeah, we love it. It turned out awesome. Can't wait till our next project. But we're going to take a little bit of a break, I think, from a project for a couple weeks. Yes. And then we have another couple really awesome projects that we want to jump into that we will record and we will put on the channel, so stay tuned for those. But we also have some awesome kind of smaller videos coming on board. So still a lot of content to come. So yeah, excited. I'm happy.
I love it.
She loves, actually, she's already laid in bed watching TV.
Oh, and the best part.
Oh yeah, here we go. Last thing.
My one request.
Check it out. Check it out.
So that I can lay in bed and watch.
There it is. There it is.
Yes.
So it actually pulls away from the wall, and we have it perfectly level. I'm so proud of myself. Not really. we got it in on the first try. It was awesome. So yeah. So we can actually turn it towards the bed and watch TV. It swivels. How awesome is that?
I love it.
Awesome. All right, guys, that is the video. We are done with this project. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, go down below and hit the big thumbs up button. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, hit that red button. That way you can subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell button. That way you get notified of all our newest videos. Go down below in the description. I will have some links to some really cool stuff. I don't know really so much that we could do. Maybe I'll put like a couple fireplaces or something like that in the description that you can check out if you're interested on Amazon or something. So yeah, we'll put those down in the description below as well. So until the next video, make sure y'all do one thing. Stay awesome, everybody. Stay awesome. Bye.